Hey everyone, so this is going to be the late September rooftop garden update. I did one about a month ago, and so I thought it'd be fun to do another one because things have changed up here. So I'll start back here in this corner. This is the foxtail fern, just doing very well. Loving it up here. Has tons of new growth. This marigold plant here has reached the end of its life. It's been producing tons of flowers, but as you can see, it's kind of going to seed, and I think that's totally fine. We've had a ton of rain here. That's why everything is really wet. The maple still doing very well, lots of new foliage. This dahlia here has been coming in. It's called Smooches, and the flower is very bright pink, as you can see. It's a semi-cactus variety, and we had a storm come through, so it broke off some branches. There's a little patch right there that's empty, but I like it. It doesn't really go with the rest of the flowers up here in terms of the color, but I'll definitely grow it again. This is the wisteria. Still lots of green foliage. Some of it is starting to drop off though as we get into October. And this corner here, this is the Cornell. Tons of buds, as you can see. It's gonna pop all soon here. This is what it looks like up close. And this maple, not doing as well as the other one, but there has been some new growth since August. This marigold plant here is doing a little bit better. I planted this one later, so it's still producing pretty decent looking flowers. The Gombrina is still doing well. Tons of flowers on it. Kind of droopy from all the rain we've had over the last 4 days. Then back here in the center, this is another marigold plant that's done for the season. This zinnia plant here was big and bushy back in August, but I went on vacation for about 9 days and it unfortunately didn't get enough water, so it's coming back. The flowers are not as big as they probably should be, but they're still nice. Bridezilla doing very well. Lots of flowers. Kelsey dwarf still producing a ton of flowers. This is Marn and Bahama Mama up here. And then I planted a total of 12 dahlias up here. Only 11 made it to flower. I lost one somehow in July called Tiny Treasure. It was a white pom-pom, but anyway, this is Sylvia, and she is the very last one to produce a flower. So this is the 11th dahlia to flower. It's very similar to Marn, as you can see, but it's orange. It's orange, but it's more vintage looking orange. And then let me just go back to Marn so you can see how much brighter Marn is. Okay. This is a yellow marigold plant. I also planted this one a little bit later, so it's still producing flowers. And then here are all the grasses. They also did not get enough water while I was away, and so some of it died, but it has come back to life. I gotta figure out how to make it look a little neater. And then this is the last patch here. So I've been calling this one Diva, but I actually think it might be Ivanetti, because Ivanetti has just come in and they look exactly the same. So I think I grew 2 Ivanetti plants. I think Diva may have been mislabeled. So I have a lot of Ivanetti for the fall, which is great because it's a good fall color dahlia. And then my poor Cosmos, they are pretty much done for the season. They have been great. They've been blooming since late May, early June. So I think next year I'll plant them a little bit later so I can incorporate them into these later fall bouquets. I planted this new zinnia maybe late June. This is actually the pot that I lost my dahlia in, so I planted this new zinnia. It's interesting, it's bright yellow, but then there's also these red ones that come up every once in a while, the red striped ones. And then my last pot here is the Oklahoma salmon zinnia, still producing flowers. And I planted a second round of Cosmos here. It's not doing that well. The flowers are actually very small, so they're not great in a bouquet. But I also forgot to pinch them, so kind of my fault. But anyway, this is the late September rooftop garden update. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.